Hey y'all, welcome to Saturday Morning Makes. I have quite a few things to share with you this morning, so I'm just going to go ahead and jump right in. So recently I have made a bunch of different backgrounds through various play sessions. So I have these. I was actually going to work with these today. Some of these I created with the Lindy's, and some I created with a gel plate and some embossing folders and some stamps and whatnot. These I cut down into tags. These were from last week. I played with the stencils and some paste and some sprays. And yeah, so these are from a couple months ago, I suppose it's been now. But anyway, I pulled these out and I wanted to play with them. And I wanted to put them to some good use. So obviously I can't use all those at one time. So I did pull out a whole bunch of them, and some of them I ended up putting back, but some of them we actually got cards made. So we're going to start with this one. This one was one where I used a embossing folder on the gel plate, and I'm not going to go into all of the details in terms of how I made them, because I will try to remember to link you to the videos. But yeah, so you can see that texture and that pattern in there. That's from the gel plate, and it's really, really pretty. And I have this stamp set from Simon Says Stamp. This was from the June card kit. I actually just released my my unboxing video this morning, but I just used that big happy birthday. I thought that in white would be really nice, just super simple, but then it was just a little bit too simple. So I just came in with a gold gel pen, and I got this from Pear Blossom Press some time ago now, and I just went along the edges, and then I went along some of the decorative bits just to add some highlights, and it gives a little bit of shine as well. And then I had this baker's twine in my stash. It's white and gold, but I also had this. It's kind of a pink gold, if you will. Maybe it's just a pink. It's from Stampin' Up. It's 100 years old, but that's that card. I think it's super sweet, super soft and subtle, which isn't me, but I really like it. I think it's very happy for a happy birthday. Now this one it started out as a scrap from last week when I was working with the Lindy's. This was just a scrap, and I thought it was really pretty, and I just decided to stamp on it. And again, it's these two stamps from this same stamp set, and then the Thinking of You. And I did not realize how wonky I had cut it. I used one of my, well, the wonky stitch rectangle die from Whimsy, and I kind of what do you call that when you do partial die cutting? That's what I did, but I did not pay attention to whether or not it was straight. So you can see that it's wonky here, and then this piece is wonky. The whole thing is wonky, but I feel like all the different things going on kind of balance it out visually. But I just love this color gradient here, and that again is a result of the Lindy's. And again, I would say don't throw away your scraps. Don't throw away the backgrounds that you think aren't going to work, and don't throw away the scraps, because I think that's really pretty, and it turned out quite nice, if you ask me. Now the next one, I got a little bit playful. So who loves them some miso or some pho, right? I love pho. So this stamp set is from Avriel, and I tend to forget that I have it. It's several years old. Let me see if it tells me. Avriel, Phenomenal. Oh, 2018 right there, 2018. But isn't that fun? And then I had this background from, so I had a friend over, my crafty neighbor who has since moved to Ohio. She was over, and we were just getting messy, just getting inky. And this is one of those backgrounds from that day. The stencil is from Visible Image. I can't remember the name of it, and I can't pull it out right now. But then the spray is this Irresistible, and it is from Imagine Crafts. And I believe Tsukaneko, they're not the same company, but they often do a lot of things in tandem. No, I think it's just Imagine. Anyway, these Irresistibles are such interesting sprays. They're so textured and so thick, and I wish that you could could feel that. I don't know if you can see how textured it is, but it's just a spray. So this one, I had sprayed through it on another one, and then this was the print. So, but anyway, I did just a little bit of ink blending around the edges with some lumberjack plaid, just to take away some of that bold white. And then I colored up the bowl in contrasting colors with the yellow and the blue, and I put several pieces of scrimp on there and some leaves and some chopsticks, and I just think it's a happy, you make me so happy. I think it's just a happy little card. Super, super cute. Now this next one has a combination of a lot of different things. This was a brayer off page from that same day when I was playing with my sweet friend, and we were just getting messy. I was using embossing folders on the gel plate and things like that, but this was one of the brayer off pages, and I used a couple of these stamps from Art by Marlene. She's employed with Studio Light. This is her Artsy Arabia line, and I just love it. There's a couple more stamp sets and things that go with this line. I just love them. But in the background you can see that I have, well, let me put this down. I've stamped some of the stamps from the stamp set just in the background, just real subtle. And then I use the gold embossing powder with the Versamark, and I stamped this guy in each corner. I think that's beautiful. And then of course I did my embossing folder, or my embossing powder around the edges, and I splattered some paint with my starry colors. You can see they're still kind of wet in there, but I just spray the water right into the palette and kind of mix it up a little bit, let it sit there for a little bit to kind of activate the pigment, and then I just do some splatter. And I also used my Distress Spray Stain in peeled paint to splatter on the back as well. And then this sentiment is from Penny Black. Now this is an old one as well, T for Transparent, 2015. So they're very, very pretty. I love these fonts. I love the sayings. And what I've stamped is, those we love don't go away. They walk beside us every day. Now, no one wants to make a sympathy card. No one wants to. But if you don't know, I lost my youngest daughter in a car crash, well, just about 7.5 years ago. And just been feeling that loss pretty heavy this week. And I just felt like that was perfect. You know, I know that she's gone, but some days I really feel her very close beside me as well. So anyway, just wanted to share this one with you too. This cardstock, I'm not sure where it's from, but that's a beautiful, beautiful shade of green. So we'll move that one aside. Oh, and I did want to say that the dies that I'm using to cut most of these out are this one, and it again is the stitched or wonky stitched rectangle dies from Whimsy. Now this next one, well, this is actually two. Let me sit down. let me unpack this. So these are the cards. A lot going on with both of them. These backgrounds were just scraps. This and this were this vintage script stamp from Whimsy. I had used like a tealy blue and then got it wet and then stamped it down, and then this was just the excess from a previous card making session with some of my friends at work, and I thought that it went perfectly with this one. They may have been the same inks, I'm not even sure, but this was another one that was made with the gel print or the gel press and the embossing folder, where I put the embossing folder down and it left this impression. So when I made my pull, it had that impression with the image of the embossing folder. So I know you can't see it, and this is definitely a case of it just becomes the background. So, but anyway, I wanted you to see. I love a script, a vintage script, and this is a stamp, of course, from Whimsy. There is another one that I have around here somewhere that's a smaller version. It's not from Whimsy. I'm not even sure who it's from. Oh, here it is. I feel like this is from Tim Holtz. I feel like it is. Anyway, and And I recently just, in fact, it was this week, got this stencil from a Colorful Life Designs. It's called Script as well. So lots of different options, and I'm just in love with that look. So as far as the shakers, let me talk about the background a little bit more, because I did do a couple more things back there if I can find them. I used this guy to stamp some of the script there, and then I also used a stamp from All in Create from Miss Tracy Evans. It's this one. You can see that I've just kind of randomly stamped it in several different places. Let me see if I move those around. You can see it in there. Very, very pretty. So again, stamped in Versamark and then heat embossed in the gold embossing powder from Imagine. And that is this one. It's very pretty. It's a lovely, lovely shade of gold. And this gold glitter stock is from Tonic. The Thanks is from Simon Says Stamp. It's from that June card kit again. I think it's very pretty. I used some gold mirror card from Tonic. This mirror card is not from Simon, that's from Tonic. And then I used just some vellum to layer it. And then this one is made with a sheet of acetate. This acetate is from This Calls for Confetti. And then this is made with this little shaker pouch, again from This Calls for Confetti. So they have several different ones. This is just a regular small rectangle, and this is the, it's embossed like an envelope. So I thought those were really cute. And then they also have one that's a little bit deeper. See how narrow these are? Very, very narrow. But this, you can put things in them. Like you can put chapstick, or you can put, gosh, anything you wanted. You know, if you were doing like a cat themed card or whatever, you could put cat treats in there if somebody just got a new pet. You could put in them pretty much whatever you want to. It does not have to be shaker bits. But I just wanted to show you, and those are just a few of the options from This Calls for Confetti. And then the confetti that are inside, this is one of 5. One of 5 of my containers of confetti. And inside the cards, I have this white. Now my handwriting is awful. It's glossy white sparkle gems. Let me see. Let me see if you can see. They're so pretty and they catch the light so well. I love them. Those are the sparkle gems. And then I also have this. It's the iridescent teal. That is in there. And then I also have this. Nope, it was this gold. It was the hologram. So you can see. And then this one actually was the first card that I made, and it's the last one that I'm going to show. But I had so much fun with this one. So I used this guy. This is from the Yeti birthday from Whimsy. Dustin is the artist for this particular line, and he's very good. And this is my first time using the Yeti, actually. This card panel is a scrap as well from the same playtime with the Lindy's Magicals from last week. And it was just a scrap, but there was just this area with that colorant on there, and I thought that's too pretty to get rid of. So I stamped him on there and colored him in to match the overspray, and that created the card. And then I came in with these different background stamps, and I don't have them readily available, I don't think. No, but I'll try to link them downstairs. I can't even remember the name of the stamp set, but it has the chicken wire, it has these cross hatches, has some splatters and some splots, but they're really fun. And then of course it has the Keep It Chill, which is from the stamp set. And then the OMG is this from Whimsy. It's the OMG word die, and it has OMG, and then it has the shadow. Like he's peeking around the corner because someone's having a fit, and so he's saying, "Oh my G, OMG, keep it chill." At least that's the story that's in my brain with this one. So let me slow down now. I've been going a mile a minute, but yes, these are my cards this morning. If you are joining me and you're not familiar with Saturday Morning Makes, it is a fun art collaborative where creators come together, mostly card makers, but not only. And we just come together on Saturday morning to share some of the things that either we took the time to make on this day or throughout our week, or just whatever it is that we want to share. And we use the hashtag #SatMornMakes, and that should populate a playlist, whether you're on YouTube or Instagram or wherever you are. However, in recent days, there's been some changes to the algorithm over on Instagram, and so we're working on, I say we, but Miss Jillian Norwood, who's the creator of all of this whole concept, she is trying to decide what our next steps are as kind of a group because of that change in the algorithm, because we want to be able to see everybody's things. We don't want anyone to be missed. And just trying to figure out the best way to do that. But for now, use this hashtag #SatMornMakes, or you can even just type in Saturday Morning Makes, and it should populate a playlist. I can't guarantee that whatever gets pulled up for you will be from today or be from a year ago. I can't guarantee. But if there's a specific artist that you would like to see, you can always type in their name and then go and look at their playlist. But for now, guys, this is what I have for us today, and I thank you for spending some time with me. I hope that you have a beautiful Saturday and a beautiful weekend and week to come, and mwah, until next time, guys, this is Nancy, the Handy Scandy, and I'm out.